There are so many structures which were constructed during the ancient times, but they are still existing up to date. You may ask yourself a lot of questions. How are they still standing up to date? Which material did the ancient people use to make these structures strong to be standing up to date? On this video, we are going to learn about some of the construction works which are still standing up to date and how they were constructed. Actually, most of them were built by ordinary people. Sometimes people say that maybe these structures were constructed by the extraterrestrial beings, but most people say that some of these structures were just constructed by ordinary people. Make sure you watch this video up to the end because I will be telling you some of the mysterious stories about some of these structures which were constructed during the ancient times. And I'm requesting you kindly make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. We shall be talking more about the ancient history. The first structures which are still standing up to date are the pyramids found in Egypt at a place called Giza. These pyramids have stayed for around 4,600 years, and these pyramids are still standing up to date. One stone that was used during the construction of this pyramid weighed 25 to around 80 tons. You can imagine how this heavy stone was carried from the other side of the Nile where this limestone was found up to this place of construction. And during that time, there was no these machines that we are witnessing right now that could carry these heavy stones from one particular place to another. If these were ordinary people who constructed these pyramids, then how were they able to carry this from one particular place to another? Another fascinating part about these pyramids is that it was constructed in such a way that it's pointing to the true north. There were no compass directions during the ancient times. How were they able to detect the true north? It is something that many people are trying to understand, and also scientists are trying to explain some of the possibilities that helped these ancient people to know that this side is actually the true north and how they understood the astronomy. The main reason why this pyramid was constructed was to act as a tomb where these pharaohs would be buried. Pharaoh Khufu was a king who actually contributed to the construction of this pyramid because these pyramids were actually constructed during his reign as the king of Egypt. I have a question, guys. Do you believe that these pyramids were constructed mainly because they will act as a tomb for the pharaohs? These pyramids are actually the famous tourist attraction in Egypt. People say that maybe these pyramids were constructed by the extraterrestrial beings from another planet. They talk of the Anunnaki. Anunnaki, according to the Sumerians, were actually the deities from another planet who had come to actually find shelter on Earth and also to mine gold. And these Anunnaki are the ones believed to have been the one who constructed these pyramids. Many people all over the world go to this particular place to see what exactly happens and also to learn the history about the formation of these pyramids. Another structure which was constructed during the ancient times was the Stonehenge found in England. It is believed to have been constructed during the 3000 BC and it's still standing up to date. How it was constructed still remains a mystery. Scientists are trying every way possible to also find a way in which they can explain how this structure was constructed. This structure has actually been constructed to be a tourist attraction site. Many people go to that particular place to see how it has been constructed, and it has existed for a long time. Let me hope you guys are enjoying this video. Kindly make sure you like and also share with your friends as we continue to explore some of the structures which are still standing. Another fascinating structure is the Pillar of Mbaraki, which is found in Mombasa, Kenya. This pillar was constructed 300 years ago and it has existed for all these centuries up to date. It is believed that this pillar was actually constructed because there was an Arab who had died, and this pillar was constructed so that he can be buried at this particular place. It is believed by the locals that when they go to this pillar, they get healed because the spirit of this person who was buried at this pillar actually helps them heal, and also those who have infertility issues come at this pillar to get healed. Those are the stories behind this Pillar of Mbaraki, which has lasted for many years, and it has also survived so many centuries up to date. Still asking a lot of questions. How was this possible? Because this pillar has stayed for more than 300 years and it is still in existence up to date. The neighboring people who live around the Pillar of Mbaraki believe that there is a strong spirit at this pillar, and this spirit is able to help them heal. That's a local belief about this Pillar of Mbaraki. Let's also talk about the Fort Jesus, which was actually constructed during the 15th century. This fort was constructed by an Italian and it is still in existence up to date. There is also a fort in India which is called Banga, and this fort has a lot of mysterious stories. The fort was built during the 16th century and it has existed up to date. In fact, many locals believe that this fort may have been cursed because it is said that you cannot visit this fort during the night. The residents claim that on this fort there is a certain spirit of people who died. People can come to you and also they can manipulate you. You'll not even have a wonderful sleep. Actually, this fort has existed for so many years. Many tourists go to this fort in India to actually see how beautiful it is and also to understand some of the history of how it was formed. This fort was built by the Rajamandho kingdom. There is a story about this Banga fort about a woman who was a princess. There was a wizard who was in love with this princess. There was a time this princess went to the supermarket and this wizard had the information. This wizard pursued this princess and went and put a love potion inside this perfume that this princess was actually buying. When this princess realized that there was something wrong on this perfume, she threw that perfume away and this wizard felt very much hungry. And this wizard came and cast this Banga fort together with its people. Later on, invaders came and killed every person that was at this Banga fort, and these people who died at this Banga fort are the ones that are said to appear to people during the night. That's why this Banga fort is only allowed to be visited during the day and not during the night. So actually that's the mysterious story about this Banga fort, which was built during the 16th century and it is still in existence up to date. In fact, the Indian government have made that place to be a tourist attraction. Many people go to that particular place to also hear the story about how it existed. Let's also talk about the Mayan civilizations and the pyramids that they were constructed during the 1800 BC. Actually, these civilizations also came up with different inventions that have stayed in history up to date. And how these pyramids were constructed by these Mayans still remains a mystery. Actually, Mayans occupied the parts of Central America. The pyramids were mostly used for religious purposes. Pyramids are still standing up to date, but how they were constructed is still a mystery. What can we do to make these constructions last for a longer period? Where are we going wrong such that these current constructions are not lasting for a longer period? I can say that the ancient people were very much smart in doing some of these constructions. They have stayed for so many years and they are still continuing to stay so many years. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and please let me request you, if you've not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and share this video and expect more videos of this kind. We shall be talking about the ancient history, the mysterious stories. Actually, the next video will be about the mysterious stories that exist in our society and also how different cultures believe in the existence of some evil spirits and how these things have impacted a lot of things that are happening in our society. I'm hoping to see you guys in my next video.